Hello everyone. Today we have pistol analysis, and I'm going to explain um, these factors that can impact and influence to any business. Well, basically, we have a six capital letters. As you can see here, we have P for political, E for economic, S for psychological, T for technological, L for legal, and E for environmental. And what do we mean by political influences to a business? Well, basically, we have a some kind of terms and regulations like taxation, VAT, and other stuff that can be implemented by a government in any country, and company or firms do need to follow up if they want to do business in any country. We also have economic, and economic it's mean what the local or regional businesses can impact and influence to a firm of business. And we also have national and world economy that can also have their impact to a business. So we need to understand these area, and we need to probably change the way we think about economic for business. We also have psychological influences, and what do we mean by that? It's like yeah, the image of the company can introduce what they want and what they have for customers, and how they can overcome those needs that are existing in the marketplace, so they can offer their product or services, and people can understand how they can change the life of their customers with having those products or services. We also have technological influences, and for business is really important, because technology is changing time all the time, and company do need to change some kind of form of using technology within the company, and also with their product or services. Otherwise, they cannot be succeeding with their marketplace. We also have legal, and what we do mean by legal is like terms and conditions or laws that can be implemented in any country by the government, and any company or businesses or firms do need to follow up these terms and regulations if they want to do a business in the marketplace for those countries. We also have environmental issues, and what we do mean by that is like we have some kind of background that people have in their country, so we need to consider that as well with products and services. I have example of how PESTLE can analyze the airline industry. As you can see here, we have a political influences for airline company, that if government can help the airline with some security controls, or they have their terms and regulation on how they need to or must uh, control their security systems and other restrictions. Um, it's very useful to know everything about political in um, um, this kind of businesses. We also have economic, but basically we have different type of let's say fuel prices in any country, so they can consider those kind of differences, so they can set up their prices for tickets and other stuff around, like how they manage their basically maintenance and stuff for that you know country. We also have social, well, basically let's say in this pandemic time, we can see there are some restrictions, and there are some other news that every people cannot travel, or they have to give 2 times test or other stuff, and also they need to have their vaccination form with themselves to travel. So it's a social understanding of how people think and how a company can cope with these kind of problems. We also have technological. I mean, when we come up to technology, we need to consider that how company can find a right connection between let's say customers and company. So it's one of those things, and we also need to consider how they are secure with their I mean payment services or other kind of stuff. So they have to update these things, and also they need to probably change the way they use fuel products, so they can probably change some technology based on these issues for their company. We also have environmental problems for airlines industry, like the noise around those areas that airplanes you know take off or landing every day. So I mean take off or land in their airports. So they have to consider that, and they have to find a solution for these kind of problems. We also have legal problems, like they have to follow up some terms and regulation that can be announced by the government. It's like there is a restriction for some kind of baggage or weight and other stuff. So they have to follow up these terms and regulation if they want to be succeeding those businesses. So I have more to explain, but I think I will leave it here